is Josh from Cody Farm and Nursery, and today we're talking about a very special cowpea called Mavuno Cowpea. We've been really focusing on ways to build up the soil, especially on this part of our farm here, where the soil, this is some of the worst soil on the whole farm. This is almost exposed, pure sand down here, and we're trying to establish a mango orchard. We have about 35 mango trees on this part of our farm. And there's parts you can't see in the camera here that are totally exposed bare sand. So I don't have a tractor, compost is expensive, mulch is hard to get all the way down this hill and to get delivered. So we're really looking at what are ways we can build up the soil in place to improve the situation in this orchard. So we're growing lots of different cover crops, or a few different cover crops I should say. And cowpea is really my favorite cover crop of all because it grows great in Florida, and also we get a food crop of beans, which are, cowpea is basically the black-eyed peas and the purple-hulled peas, and all those southern peas are types of cowpea. This variety is very unique. I don't know of anything else like this in the US seed trade catalogs. I've looked through descriptions of every catalog I could find, and I spent a lot of time on Google, and I can't find anything else that's described to behave like this. And if anyone does know of anything, please send it to me because I'd like to try other varieties. But this is a cowpea that's very vigorous and sprawling. So I planted one seed here and one seed here, and we've got 15 feet of coverage each direction. They're basically totally suppressing out all the weeds that are underneath, and they're generating a huge amount of biomass that's going to become mulch for this mango tree. And in the meantime, it's keeping the ground cool and covered, helping all the microbial life develop, and there's a ton of nitrogen fixation going on underground. What makes this variety really unique is that there's plenty of varieties out there of cowpea that grow like crazy and generate tons of biomass. That's not unique. But what is unique is this one has almost no inclination to climb up anything. So we'll take a look at some other cowpeas on the farm that grow rampantly, but you'll see they instantly want to twine up adjacent stuff. So if I had those varieties in this situation, it would be totally swamping this pigeon pea and this mango. They would twine right up the stem and swallow it. I have not pulled anything off of these taller plants next to these this whole season. These have been in the ground for a lot of months. They have no ability to climb up stuff. They just sprawl, basically like a sweet potato. This variety seems totally resistant to nematodes, pests. It's growing really, really well on this poor soil that we need to rehabilitate, and it makes a perfect cover underneath of the trees. So a lot of people are excited about doing all kinds of chopping and dropping of various plants to feed their fruit trees. I'm trying to not design labor into my farm. So in this case, I don't really have to do anything here other than let these go. And at the end of the season, when they're starting to die down, I'll just slice it all up and pull it in as mulch around the mango tree. And then next year, I'll probably come right back in with more. When I was making a planting hole over here, I was digging a hole and found a pocket of the cowpea roots, and there was tons of nitrogen fixing nodules that are really large, which I'll show. So this is bringing nitrogen into this situation. It's actually amazing to even see this looking like this because this was totally bare land with scruffy grasses growing, and this cowpea is quickly turning this situation into a more fertile soil. So we're really excited about this. It's a day sensitive variety, which means that it doesn't start to bloom and produce pods until the days start to shorten. So we just started getting our first harvest around the 3rd or 4th week of August, and it seems like now September, October, these are going to really start to really produce. So we can eat these. I don't see any right here, but we could shell them out like black-eyed peas. They're a really big. It's a really big pod. They can have 15 to 18 seeds inside, and the seeds themselves are pretty large to shell out as peas. They're a larger type of cowpea. So in this crop, you get this awesome nitrogen fixation, ground covering, cooling the soil, but also you get a food crop at the same time. So we originally got this variety from Echo, and they got it from somebody in Tanzania. We encourage everybody to support Echo, but probably don't go pester them for seeds if we don't have any, because a lot of their seed, they're not able to produce enough for the general public. Their stuff goes to people overseas. You should definitely support Echo, and if you have the time, go visit Echo. I started, you'll see as we do some footage, I have a lot of this going, and I started with maybe 40 seeds, and I just put kind of one seed, maybe every 5-6 feet. I would have planted them denser, but I wanted to make every seed count. And now I've got cover over a really large area. So we're gonna be selling seeds. You can go on codycofarm.com. We're just now starting to process and put away dried seed as we make this video. And if you get 1 pack of seed, hopefully then you'll be able to grow out your own seed source for your own ground cover in the future, just off of that 1 seed pack. So we hope people will be excited about growing this. Again, the variety is Mavuno, and it originates in Tanzania. If you know of any other cowpeas that behave this way, please drop us a link to where we can check those out so we can trial them against this variety. But right now, as far as we know, this is a very unique trait to have in cowpea, is the totally sprawling habit. All right, so thanks for watching, and we hope you'll get some Mavuno cowpea seeds. Thanks, bye.